and welcome to week 26 of our pregnancy. I hope you are feeling good and enjoying this energy that the second trimester gives us. We are almost there into that third trimester, so much closer to meeting baby or babies. So start by finding a comfortable seat, and we're just gonna sit up nice and tall and connect to our breath. Feel free to close down the eyes if that feels good to you, or just bring your gaze soft toward the earth. Keeping your spine straight but not too rigid. Taking this time to tune inward now, to connect breath, body, and to connect to our baby. Bringing one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. Maybe setting an intention here, or sending an intention to your little loved one, your little teammate or teammates. And then placing both hands on your belly, sitting up nice and tall. Let's switch the cross of our legs, practicing both sides so we're nice and even. And then we're gonna really feel grounded through both sits bones. We're gonna expand the belly nice and deeply on an inhale through the nostrils. Exhale, sigh the air out of the mouth. Feel the belly breathe inward, hugging the baby. Inhale through the nostrils. Exhale, push it out through the mouth, hug the baby. Inhale through the nostrils. Expand the belly into your hands, and then exhale. Push it all out. Knit those ribs together. Really tighten up those corset muscles. You want to feel that baby nice and secure. One more time. Deep inhale through the nostrils. And when you can't expand the belly anymore, exhale, push it out through the mouth. A couple of rounds of TVA breathing, that nice deep belly breathing, will help us in labor as well. So keep that in mind. Nice long, deep inhales and exhales. Okay, releasing the hands to the floor. We're gonna shrug our shoulders up to our ears and then drop. Really let them drop with intention. Shrug the shoulders up to your ears, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Heavy drop. Reach, 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 squeeze. Feel that muscle warming up. Exhale, heavy drop. One more. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Exhale, release. Beautiful. Wrap that right hand to the left side of the belly. Inhale, right arm over. Nice deep side stretch. This is always the best feeling with my growing belly. Feeling those sides come alive whenever I can. Maybe looking down toward the floor, or trying to peek up at the ceiling. Keep that arm and shoulder nice and open. One more deep inhale. Exhale, reach a little bit further, and then release that left hand to the floor. Beautiful. We're gonna wrap that left hand to the right side of our belly. Right arm sweeps up, and slight bend over. Listening to your body, listening to your baby. If your baby's telling you, there's no room there to bend over, only go as far as feels comfortable. This is a gentle, restorative practice. We want to feel good when we leave our mat. So don't push anything. One more deep inhale, reach a little bit further. Extending the side body. Exhale, release the hand to the floor. Now we're going to sweep that left arm up and land it right on your right knee. Inhale, sweeps up, and gently falls to the floor behind you. So a gentle twist. When we're twisting here in our later stages of pregnancy, second and third trimester, we're just rotating from the shoulders. So we're still keeping the belly square to our front. Gentle twist, opening up the chest and the back a little bit. Maybe taking the gaze over the right shoulder. One more deep inhale. Exhale, release. Right arm sweeps up. Finds that left knee. Inhale, left arm up. Gently finding the floor behind you, and we twist. Gazing over your left shoulder, trying to keep both sits bones firmly planted. Breathing deeply into the belly, never forgetting that belly breath. One more deep inhale, and gently unwinding on our exhale. All right, let's extend those legs straight up. We're gonna take a couple of walks side to side. So reaching out in front, and then walking our hands over to the right. Inhale, nice long spine. Exhale, release. And then we walk our hands to the other side. So making this a little bit dynamic here, warming up the hamstrings. Inhale, nice long spine. Exhale, release. Releasing the head of the neck. And then we're walking to the other side. Moving with the breath now. So inhale, reach it long. Exhale, release. And then we walk it to the other side. Beautiful. Inhale. Exhale. Nice job. All right, let's sweep those legs together. Turning over into a tabletop position now. Hands right under the shoulders, knees right under the hips. Feel free to grab a blanket or roll up your mat if you need a little extra cushioning under your knees. Pressing through all 10 fingertips, so we're taking some pressure off the wrist. Shake those hips side to side. Just wiggle them out. Just noticing how your hips feel today. I know every day is different for me. Sometimes I feel really tight in my hips, really unbalanced. And sometimes I forget I'm pregnant, and that's very fleeting. Wiggle it out, and then when you're ready, finding neutral spine. So we're gonna pull the baby up and in, hug baby. Nice flat back, pressing through all 10 fingertips. Inhale, extend that left foot behind you, and we're just gonna take a gentle calf stretch. Rock it. Forward and back. Beautiful. Turning the right shin to parallel the back side of your mat, planting that right hand right under your shoulder. Then we're gonna open up that left arm, coming into our modified side plank. Reach left arm overhead and maybe take some circles, or if you'd like to keep it straight up from your shoulder, or maybe that overhead reach feels good, feel free to stay where your body is calling you to stay. If you're in the circles, reverse that direction. Pressing up and out of your hips, hips to the ceiling. Nice strong core, nice strong obliques. And then stop when you come back up to hand over shoulder. Gaze looks up at that hand. One more deep inhale. Exhale, release the hand back down, coming back into tabletop. Shift those hips, right and left. Then we're gonna extend the right leg straight back. Toes are tucked, rocking. Forward and backward. Beautiful. Turn that left shin now parallel to the back edge of your mat. Plant the left hand under your shoulder. Open right arm up to the ceiling. And you can stay here, hands stacked over the shoulder, or reaching nice and long, coming into that overhead reach, or making it a little bit more dynamic, reaching for that circle. Full range of motion, whatever that is for your body. And reverse that direction. One more deep inhale as we reach up to the sky. Gaze finds the hands. Exhale, rotate, and reach. Beautiful. We're going to bring our right knee down in front of us. Left leg bends back, sitting up nice and tall into our mermaid position. Then we're going to walk our hands back, stretching through the front of the hip flexor and the quad on our left side. So just propping yourself up on your hands. Maybe you can come down to your elbows. Maybe you've got some cushions or some yoga blocks that can support you behind, but just leaning back to where is comfortable enough where you're feeling that edge, you're feeling that deep stretch in the front of the quad. Relax the shoulders, try to relax the upper body, and breathe space into any tightness you might feel. So for me, right now I'm sending my breath to that nice, tight left quad. Deep belly breathing whenever we're in a posture for a few breaths. Feeling the belly expand, and then exhale, we hug the baby in. Beautiful. One more round of breath here. And then we're going to swing that left leg back in front of us, coming so our feet are right in front of our hips, flat on the floor, knees bent. We're going to windshield wiper those legs side to side. Kind of resetting through the hips, the lower back. Beautiful. And then we're going to stop when our left leg is in front. Right leg bends behind. Sit up nice and tall. So we're trying to sit up tall so that our spine is straight and our hips are both down. If you have a hip, if your right hip is tending to push forward or stay a little higher, feel free to put a blanket or a pillow or a yoga block right under that hip so you feel nice and supported and you're able to rest down onto it. So we want to feel this grounding downward heaviness in the hips to relax all the muscles. We don't want to be gripping while we're trying to relax into a posture. So that said, feel free to prop your glutes up there and then walk your hands back. So hands under shoulders. Maybe you're really open and you want to come all the way down to your elbows and that feels like a really deep stretch. Maybe you just want to prop yourself up with two big pillows or couch cushions. There's many options. This is your practice. You want to feel supported and restored. You don't want to feel like any pain. We shouldn't feel any pain here. Coming back to that deep belly breath once you're settled in. Relax your shoulders. We're just trying to breathe space into the tight areas. So, namely that right leg quad group of muscles. Beautiful. Few more breath cycles here. Coming back to that deep belly breath. Beautiful. When you're ready, coming back up to a seated position, and we're just gonna flip right back over into our tabletop position. Bringing the knees under your hips, shake it out, give your tailbone a little wiggle, and then we're gonna tuck the toes, lift the knees, bend the knees, and send the hips to the sky, coming into our downward facing dog. So feel free to pedal it out, or bend the knees as much as you need to. Very generously leaving space for baby, so take a nice wide stance. Lengthening through the back muscles. And if this doesn't feel good for you, feel free to take a child's pose. Toes together, knees wide. If this feels more supportive and restorative right now, you have that option coming into child's pose at any time during your practice, or whenever we hit downward facing dog. If you're not feeling downward facing dog, go into that child's pose. All right, we're gonna walk those feet forward. So little steps, keep it wide, make room for baby. Walking all the way to the top of our mat, releasing the head, neck, and shoulders. Shake your head, no. Shake your head, yes. Place your hands under your thighs, bend your knees, roll it up. All the way up to standing. Inhale, sweep arms up. Exhale, hands come to prayer, heart center. And then open mountain pose. Hands facing forward, beautiful. Feeling grounded, supported by the earth. Really proud chest, stick the chest out. Hug baby in. Find a moment of gratitude. Whatever comes to mind, or you can really check in and say, I'm thankful for my body. I'm able to move in this way, especially in this week 26 of pregnancy. Nice deep inhale, deep exhale through the mouth. Inhale, sweep both arms up. Exhale, generous bend through the knees, sit the hips back. Forward fold, plant the hands. Step the feet back to a plank position. Hold here for 3, 2, drop the knees. Hug elbows in by your sides. Slowly lower and press back up. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, child's pose. Pedal it out. Feel free to take a nice wide stance. Inhale, sweep right leg up. Lower. Next, deep inhale, sweep left leg up. Lower, beautiful. Come down to all fours. And then with support, you can use your hand or you can not, but you can assist that right leg coming forward to the front of your mat, framing the knee, hinge the hips forward, and then we're going to hinge the hips back. So kind of gently settling into that forward lunge. Beautiful. Place the hands right on the thigh, and we're going to come all the way up, kneeling crescent. So we're going to inhale, sweep both arms up if you feel comfortable there, or you can keep your hands on your hips or your hands on your legs. Tucking the pelvis, hug baby in. We want the super active core, so we're not sticking the butt out, and we're not compromising through the lower back. Really engage the belly. What muscles we've got there that are nice and separated and stretched, and feel free to tuck that back toe if that feels more supportive for you as well. Tucked or untucked, play with it, listen to your body. So arms are overhead or at heart center on your hips. Maybe look up, challenge your balance a little bit. Keep hugging baby in. Slight back bend. Exhale, release the hands back down to the floor. Framing the right foot. Tuck the back toe. Step that left foot to meet the right foot. Forward fold. Release the head and neck. Maybe gently pulling on the head just to assist a little space. Feel free to rock from side to side if that feels good. When you're ready, finding stillness, bend the knees, plant the hands on the thighs, roll it up. Sweep both arms up. Inhale, exhale, hands to heart center, hands lower, mountain pose, open wide. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Inhale, sweep both arms up. Exhale, stick the hips back, forward fold. Step the left leg back, step the right leg back, coming down to our knees. Knees wide, toes together, child's pose. Let the belly melt, the head melt toward the earth. Make space for baby, so knees nice and wide. If you want to feel a little more supported or you don't want to go all the way down to the floor, feel free to put a yoga block or pillows right under your forehead so you're a little bit elevated. 2 deep breaths here. On your next exhale, coming back up to all fours, tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. And as always, feel free to stay in that child's pose. This is your practice. You want to feel good. Beautiful. Inhale, sweep left leg up. Exhale, release down to the earth. Inhale, sweep right leg up. Exhale, release. Beautiful. Stepping your left foot, or coming onto all fours first, then stepping our left foot up, framing that foot. Maybe walk the toes out just a little bit further so you have a little more space in the hips. We're gonna rock it forward and backward. Chest shines forward, heart shining forward. Keep the chest open, shoulders back. And then finding stillness, we're going to plant the hands on the thighs. Feel free to keep them on the hips, or maybe your hands come up to heart center. Hug baby in, really using those deep core muscles. Maybe you're inhaling and growing those arms all the way up overhead. Connect to that deep belly breath. Back toe is tucked or untucked. Gaze is up at your hands. If your hands are overhead, for a little balance challenge, using that core. Slight back bend on an inhale, and then we exhale, release those hands all the way back down to the floor. Beautiful. We're going to tuck the back toe, lift the knee, step the right foot to meet the left, forward fold. Shake it out side to side. Beautiful. Inhale, flat back. So bringing the hands to the shins or the thighs. Exhale, release. Inhale, hands to the thighs, roll it up. Inhale, sweep both arms up. Exhale, hands come down through heart center. And then opening to mountain pose, staying grounded here for a couple of breaths. Coming back to that intention that we set or sent to baby in the beginning of our practice. Bringing both hands to your belly now. Exhale, release. And then we're just gonna gently come all the way down to the floor, rocking over to one side on our hips. Swing the legs around to the long edge of your mat. And we're gonna come into fire log pose. So one shin parallel with the side of the mat. Let's say right leg on bottom, left leg on top to start. Crossing ankle, stacking ankle right over knee. Sit up nice and tall. You want to feel both sits bones grounded on the earth. So if you need to move the fleshy part of your bum away to feel really grounded, go for it. Sit up nice and tall, shoulders down away from the ears. Maybe you close down the eyes and really tune into that breath. Tune in to where you're feeling, what's calling your attention the most in this posture. Where are you feeling any tightness? What is needing your attention right now? This is a really good juicy hip stretch. So sending your breath to any tight areas. And then hinging forward. When you feel ready, when you feel called to do so, you can walk your hands forward. You can leave your hands on your legs. Whatever feels most natural. Beautiful. One more deep breath. Exhale, coming back up, opening up the legs and just switching that cross. So left shin on the bottom, right ankle stacks on top of the left knee. Shins are parallel. Sit up nice and tall, grounded, straight spine, but not too rigid. Let's place both of our hands on our belly here. Nice deep inhale. Nice deep exhale. Then when you're ready or you feel called to do so, walking your hands forward. Breathing into any tight spaces you feel. What is calling your attention? Send the breath there. One more deep inhale. Deep exhale, roll it up. We're just gonna come into a comfortable seated position. Feel free to take Shavasana, pause the video, and lay down on your left side, supporting your head, holding your baby. A nice few-minute Shavasana would be a wonderful end to this practice. We are out of time, so we're gonna come into a nice comfortable seat, just the way we began. Sitting up nice and tall, both hands on our belly. Let's send that last little bit of love from our practice to our baby, to our teammate. Thank you, baby, for being with us every step of the way. Thank you for growing so healthfully inside of us. Thank you for your presence in our life already. We can't wait to meet you. Bringing our hands to heart center. Finishing with a moment of gratitude for yourself, for your body, for you taking the time out of your day to do this beautiful self-care practice. Thank you so much for practicing with me. Namaste.